Okay, welcome to the Trade Advance video guide for accessing your reports. So by now, I'd imagine that you've had your initial round of funding, and there's obviously some dummy data in here. So once funding does take place after your initial account setup, the data will be showing on your dashboard as it is here. There's only a very small amount of invoices. You can see here on your right here, open invoices. Um, so let's quickly just go and have a look at some of the reports that you can access for day to day. So let's go and click on that top tab there for reports. Probably the most common report that a lot of people like to use, which is easy to access, is your factoring record. And this is just an overall snapshot of your day-to-day funding. And to get a good look at it, we're just going to click on that red tab there, which just takes away that right sidebar. You can select date ranges if you like, but if you want to see everything that has gone on in your account in a snapshot, you can go over here. There's lots of options to sort by schedule, customer, invoice date, advance date. For the purpose of this, we want to select unpaid invoices because we imagine that you've just had that round of funding and you want to see what was funded by us. So let's hit that generate report button. And you'll see just here coming up in a second is the data showing, basically drilling down into what was financed, how much was financed, the net amount that was paid to you, and how it was paid to you. So just wait a sec while it loads here, and up it comes. So you'll see here there's quite a fair bit of information showing here. You'll notice the credit line, which is the credit limit that you were given, which was $80,000 for the demonstration. It tells you the amount of invoices that were financed, the advances, and if you scroll down here, it actually breaks it down to customer, invoice number, the date, and invoice amount and the advance amount. So usually the most important thing that people are looking for is the advance amount, which is the net advance amount you need to look at, which is $448 here. So that's quite an easy one to look at. Also, it does display the actual discount, which is the fees that are being charged on a daily rate here. 7 days, $10.36 has been charged. Now, one of the other questions we get asked is, how do I export this report to Excel, PDF, or anything? Quite simply, just select this button here, click on it, and there's numerous options here to select. Very easy. So the next report, which is the most popular report to access for now, is the factor payments. You can go ahead and select factor payments and select date ranges. So if you've just had an advance of that day for say $10,000 and you want to know specifically which invoices that was for, how it was paid and where it was paid, you can use these reports. The simplest one to use for an advance that day would be just to simply select that advances. If you have a date in mind, you can put that there. Otherwise, just hit the generate report button and you'll notice here a very nice and easy to understand report will show up. There you go. Total invoices, $560. Net advances for that day, $448. Very simple, easy to use. For some of us, you're always wondering on Thursdays is when we have rebates or the retentions paid back to you once the customers are paid. You'd use the rebates report. Very simply, rebates paid or rebates due. So on Wednesday, before the Thursday day, you might select, okay, well, what rebates have I got due? You hit that generate report and it will actually break down each invoice that has been paid and the amount of retention or rebate that is going to be transferred back to your account on that Thursday. Moving down to receipts here on the left, same thing again. If you want to know that week, once we've reconciled our accounts, who has paid, whether it's by check or EFT, select that report, generate it, and it will basically display each receipt, individual invoices that were paid, how they were paid, when they were paid, the date they were paid. It's a very easy to use system, but has extremely great detail and easy to understand. Once again, back down to invoices here. If you've got an invoice and you want to look at the detail of it, you just select invoice, say 39, and it'll generate the report. It'll bring out that invoice. It'll tell you the daily rate, the charges, how much we advanced, the 8 percentage wise, the actual dollar amount. Everything's in there, everything you need. Um, and last but not least, there's limits, escrow reserves. We haven't gotten into that yet, but effectively, if there's fees owing on your account or anything that we might have to charge to your account, money will be held in that escrow reserve to cover those fees, which we can go in at a later date. Probably the next thing, which we should have gone over at the start, was the schedule of accounts. So if you're tracking your advances or submissions of invoices into our system by schedule, which is the easiest thing to do, you can just select, okay, well, I knew I put some invoices in this week. It was under Schedule 9. Here they are. Simple as that. That concludes this series of videos. If you've got any suggestions for videos that you would like to be seen or shown or available on our YouTube page or through our setup packs, please email accounts@tradeadvance.com.au and we'll quickly get that put together for you and have it available. Thanks for watching.